Hi everybody, Robin here at Toadstool Tarot, and we're finally arriving at my last end of summer haul. My birthday on September 8th is now behind me, but this was one of the 4 decks I splurged on during the summer. They all came on Etsy from Turkey, and this is the last one. They all typically came in one of those magnetic boxes, no labeling on it, and they are from this company called Shimitai, or Shimite. You can see the name there. And the cardstock is substantial. There is, it's matte with an almost imperceptible lamination on it. I'm not even sure if it's laminated, to tell you the truth. I think it must be because it feels nice and slick. However, the cards do have a kind of a cling to them. As you see, they tend to sort of clump a little bit, and I do have issues with that. Oh, by the way, I wanted to say, if you have encountered commercials on my channel, this is not of my doing. I discovered recently while watching an older video of mine that was a half-hour long that it was interrupted by 2 commercials in odd places that didn't make any sense, representing products that I had no inclination to support. And I think it's just something new that YouTube is doing, and I'm not making any money off of it, and I don't like it, but hey, YouTube is a free service, so take the bad with the good. Aside from this box, we also have a black canvas drawstring bag. These are the card backs. And I can't remember the name of this deck, but I will put the link in the description box. This is the back. I got this deck. I bought 4 decks, and they were really unusual palettes or styles. This one, I don't think I own any black and white decks, or I should say sort of dark black and white decks. And when I saw this, I thought, maybe I need something like that in my collection. And I like most of these illustrations, and most of them are fairly consistent. The font is sort of hand written. Some of them kind of remind me of the Gustave Doré tarot, sort of like old engravings. A lot of them look sort of like charcoal drawings. Some of them remind me a little bit of the Anaturian Tarot of the Abyss, probably just because of this black and white illustration and presentation that's sort of on the dark side. So here we have the Fool, the Magician, and I was drawn to the sort of characters of some of the people in this deck, sort of the old, grisly or crusty old characters. The High Priestess, there is that element of sexual glamour that I really don't like in decks, but you know, you take the mix. The Empress, the Emperor. Notice they're not numbered. The Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot, Strength, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Hanged Man, Death, Temperance, the Devil. Not crazy about this Devil. It's a little melodramatic. The Tower, the Star, the Moon, nice moon, the Sun. Now here, there are about 3 or 4 cards in the deck that go from this, you know, sort of fairy tale world or whatever, Middle Ages, into like cowboy territory or old miners or something. And I don't quite get that, and I don't think it really fits. But it does kind of follow the Rider-Waite-Smith system, so whatever. The Judgment, or Judgment I should say. The World. Ace of Wands. People who like sort of dark melodrama may enjoy this deck. Very dramatic imagery. 2 of Wands. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. I actually wish that the time and space of these images was a little bit more cohesive. 8 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 10. I think it might be nice, though, to have this deck to use in the coming dark months of the year. Cute little page. Knight of Wands, Queen, and King. And we go on to the Ace of Cups, 2, 3, 4. You know, I'm really not sure about this. All 4 of these decks, I didn't get to see walkthroughs beforehand. I only got to see samplings of about 4 cards or 5 cards from each deck. And I took a gamble on them all, so it's hard to tell that way. I usually prefer to see an entire walkthrough before I jump on the bandwagon here. 8 of Cups, 9, 10. Oh, I don't care for this card at all. Look at this sort of like modern or contemporary style. It's like 20th century versus what, 1400s or something? Yeah. Page. Here's an old prospector. See, I don't know. What do you guys think? Queen of Cups. King of Cups. Ace of Swords. don't know how long this will remain in my collection or how much use I'll get. I think it's possibly a temporary deck for me, and mostly having to do with the dark imagery in the black and white palette, which I felt like maybe my collection needed, but we'll see how much use I get out of it. I have been mostly relating better to more brightly colored decks. So, you know, look at the drama between these two cards, the Nine of Swords. And they're hard to pick up. Page of Swords. Knight. Queen. King. I mean, some of them look like they might be stills out of a movie, like a black and white version of Game of Thrones or something like that. I don't know. Two of Pentacles. 3. 4. I like this. This was one of the other cards that I saw before buying. It has a lot of character to it. A lot of times, we don't often find cards in decks that have sort of caricatures or sort of like character actors, you know, in films. Five of Pentacles. Uh-oh, I think I'm about to sneeze. Pardon me. Six of Pentacles. 7. 8. 9. 10. Page. Knight. Queen. King. I'm sure this will have some fans out there among you. Just not really sure yet how I feel. So I'm curious as to your thoughts. And again, I will post the link for whatever additional information was available for this deck on Etsy. No, I've enjoyed these past 4 decks I've got. I just wish the card stock was a little bit easier to handle. Some of that may be troubling or problematic for some of you out there. I don't know. All right. Again, as usual, thanks for joining me for this little flip through. And who knows what's in the coming months, but I have nothing else on order in the near or far future at this point. So I will be enjoying my collection such as it is, and hope to see you all again soon. Bye.